Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Sportsbook Review. Today we have a new edition. All right, I'm talking with Double J and I'm talking with Big Man on Campus. College football, this edition is called Sleepers. All right, it could be a small school under the radar. It could be a big dog that no one's touching, everybody's staying away from. It doesn't matter as long as it cashes that ticket. So I'm going to be hosting this show. I'm anxious to see what these two guys have to say about the games they have and why the value is a sleeper. First and foremost, Big Man on Campus, thanks for being with us. Double J, always great to have you on. Let's start it off. Double J, what's your first game of the week that might be a sleeper?
When I woke up this morning, Mike Brown, at 6 a.m. this morning, the alarm going off, all I could hear was money, money, money. I've got 4 plays here. They're going to cash, and we're going to make a ton of money today.
All right, what's the first one that you like? Let's break it down with Big Man on Campus and bring him on board.
Well, the first game I've got today is Penn State. I'm taking Penn State plus 17.5 with 365. And I'm also taking them on the money line plus 700 with Heritage.
Wow, that's some ballsy pick right there. Big Man on Campus, glad to have you back. What do you think of Double J and Penn State?
I love Double J, but I hate that play. I'm sorry, brother. Freshman quarterback on the road against the best defense in the country, if you ask me. They're really injured, Penn State. They have a lot going on the injury report. James Franklin's a head case. He can't coach, if you ask me. I can't say I like that play. I'm going to root you in, my friend, because I'm not a big Michigan guy personally. I don't really like them, but I don't know. Michigan's a freight train, Mike. You know that.
Well, I know that, but last week was the first ATS they didn't cover, and the line opened at 20. It's worked its way down, but I'm kind of on your side because I'm a Harbaugh guy. I love this defense. I think they're a hell of a lot better than they got credit for. They got shook up a little bit in the first quarter last week. I think they aim to straighten that out today, so we will see. Again, that's why they play it. All right, Double J's all over that. Big Man, hit us with one of your first ones.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Tulsa, minus 14 against Fresno State. Now, that line's anywhere. You can find 14 widely available. Fresno State, guys, is a horrible defensive team. Tulsa, a team that loves to throw the ball around. They've covered 9 of 13 on the road. They're really humming offensively, and I don't see in any way that Fresno State really hangs in this game. Mike, Jamie, this team gave up 617 yards to Toledo last week in a 52-17 loss. It's not going to get any easier. Tulsa walks in here on the road and rolls in this one, 45-20. Lock it up.
You know, I had no idea you were going to bring that game up. I looked into that game, and I'm telling you right now, that 9 out of 13 they cover on the road, that's a strong number. Numbers don't lie. I like that play, Tulsa minus 14. Double J, hit us with your second one.
The next one I'm taking, Tennessee, minus 5 against Florida. 2 3-0 teams, but I really believe that Tennessee do cover that number, minus 5, readily available.
And that's a home team today.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you think about that, Big Man? Tennessee, he's taking the favorite here against them Gators that got a damn good defense.
I think him and I are thinking correctly here. Anything above 7, I liked Florida. I'm on the other side, though, now at 4.5, 5. I like that play. I think another cast-off from Purdue on an SEC team. Mike, Jamie, there's 2 Purdue cast-off that play in the SEC now. They couldn't make it at Purdue. What makes them think they're going to make it in the SEC? You got a kid at Florida and you got a kid at LSU. What the hell's going on with Purdue cast-off in the SEC? I like that play, Jamie. I think they get the job done and show the country they're still alive.
I like it too because the Florida Gators, that chomp, guess what? That is not the same. That team hasn't really been tested yet. Butch Jones is going to have these guys ready to go. Okay, when they went to Bristol Speedway, something magical happened with that team. They're going to parlay off that. I'm jumping on board with that one. I like it, the Tennessee. Fired up. There we go. All right, Big Man, hit us with number 2.
Mike, last week I mentioned to you Army was the play. I'm going to fade UTEP again this week and go with the Southern Miss Eagles minus 11.5. Southern Miss has covered 10 of 14 on the road. They're off of a bad loss to Troy, and they're coming in facing a team in UTEP that's given up 43 points a game. So Southern Miss is a bowl team. They made up the bowl last year. They have a great offense, good run-pass balance, good quarterback. UTEP, their only strength on offense is running the football. Southern Miss, their strength on defense is stopping the run. I think it's a bad matchup for UTEP. Once again, they just can't get anything going. They're not a good defensive team. I think Southern Miss bounces back off a bad loss and gets a nice 20-point victory here against the UTEP Miners. I'm going to go with Southern Miss on the road.
Wow, minus 11.5. I like the confidence. I like the breakdown. What do you think, Double J? What do you think about big man taking Southern Miss? Have you looked into that one?
Love it. Cash them damn tickets.
There you go. Okay, let's keep this thing rolling. Double J, what's your next play that's going to be a sleeper and it's going to be a casher?
The next one that is going to cash my friends, which I absolutely love, Florida International +7.
Ooh.
They're 0-3, but today they may even get the win. But more importantly, they're going to cover the spread and they're going to make money for me today.
Aren't they playing UCF?
Yeah, Central Florida. That's
wow.
right.
Wow, that's a team that's looking. You know what, big man, I got to bring in, you're a big-time coach guy like me, George O'Leary, the mess he left there at UCF. Do you think this thing could get cleaned up, and do you think they might be able to cover 7 points against FIU?
Well, they might be able to cover. I don't think they're going to. They're really struggling right now, Florida National. I mean, it's not like they've even played anyone either, and they're getting crushed. I mean, lost to Indiana, Maryland, and UMass. I mean, UMass is awful. Their quarterback, McGuff, he can't get anything going. He's thrown more interceptions than touchdowns. UCF starting a new quarterback, so you might have something there. They're going with a new quarterback. I got to say, though, I think it's a good hire they made bringing in Scott Frost from Oregon.
Yeah.
That offense is playing well. I could see this as a 7-point game, but Florida Nationals hasn't shown me anything. I've actually backed them once this year, and it was a bad idea. I'm not interested.
Yeah,
They can
for me,
cover
that's
it.
a 10-foot pole game, but I like that higher. When you get any kind of Oregon offense anywhere,
Yeah.
look out, and that's going to happen. Watch out. UCF's going to be back to, literally a team that needs to be reckoned with. It's going to be a couple of years.
One other thing, I mean, they haven't been able to stop anyone either. I mean, they've given up 32 points a game. I could see them maybe getting up for the in-state matchup, but they haven't showed me much at all so far.
Yeah, I like the play. FIU +7, Double J. Big man, hit us with your third one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with UL Lafayette, guys, +5 against Tulane. Battle of Louisiana, the Bourbon Bowl, they call it. The underdog has cashed in the last 4 matchups between these two teams. Tulane, I think, Mike, maybe you and I, or maybe Peter and I, we've talked about Tulane. Can't throw the football. All they do is run the ball. The strength for Lafayette defensively, 35th in the country against the run. I think both teams will be hyping this game. Don't really know why Tulane's laying 5 points to anyone, arguably. I just don't see it. I think Lafayette wins the game outright, but I'll take the 5 points and put them in my back pocket. They have the better quarterback. They have the better offense. And they have a great running back in Elijah McGuire, not many people know about. He's going to run all over Tulane today. I think they get the job done. In the Bourbon Bowl, cash Louisiana Lafayette +5.
Yeah, I like that play. I looked at it as well. I just was showing Double J this. Here's the thing. Tulane's got this new coach that wants to run this wishbone. All right, that takes time to figure that out and to put that thing together on a consistent basis. So you might be right there. And again, when you get a rivalry like that, all right, both teams are going to show up. So I think the one that's better coached is going to get the W. Yeah.
Funny thing here about Tulane, their 2 best receivers from last year gone. One left the program. The other one, he knew Tulane wasn't going anywhere. He left to go run track and field somewhere else. So their receivers are in a bad state right now. Their quarterback stinks. They can't throw the ball. So if they get down, it's going to be trouble.
Yeah, I love it. If a guy's leaving to go run track and field, he must know I got to get the hell out of town. This team is terrible.
Running away.
That's
Run
it.
away.
Double J, hit us with one more before we wrap it up because we got to get these picks out there for our viewers so they can cash these tickets.
I'll get fired up here, Mike. Arizona +14. I'm taking the day against Washington.
You're going right against me.
And it's very important for everyone to understand at home. All of these plays I've gave you today, the 4 plays, only 20% of the betting public or less are on these plays according to my offshore sources. And the bookie is not out there just to give you guys money. Bet like a bookie, think about it, and that's why I'm going 4-0 today because I am not Captain Obvious.
Damn, I love it. I love it. Hey, let's do this, big man. All right, Double J's got 4. Let's let you have 4 on this too. It'll even the card out. Hit us with a number 4.
It's funny. I was actually going to go with Washington. I felt like someone would bring that up.
That's my pick.
Real quick, nothing on offense right now for Arizona. I don't know that they're going to be able to move the football. They gave up 28 points to Hawaii, for God's sakes, and they beat Grambling. Yes, Grambling by 10. So I don't know about that one. But I tell you what, the line has moved in a whole lot on Washington. Real quick, guys, I'm going to give you a real one added game, Mike. You know I give out added games. I love the added games. We faded Morgan State, a MEAC team, a couple weeks ago with Marshall.
Uh-huh.
Missouri is laying 48.5, and I know that's a lot of points, but Delaware State is an awful football team. I mean, they are really bad. They were 1-10 last year in the MEAC, for God's sakes.
Wow.
And I mean, really, they lost this year, guys, to Delaware.
Yeah.
56-14. I mean, Missouri, I know it does play LSU next week, but Missouri's actually played very well offensively this year. They should be able to name the score. I'm not sure I see Delaware State scoring. This could be 58-6, 61-0. I'm going to lay the points of confidence. I did it one time last year and it cashed against the MEAC team. I'm going to do it again this year and go Missouri minus 48.5.
Wow, that's a big balls play of the day, because anybody laying 48.5, they got to know something I don't know. What do you think of that?
Yeah, well, very ballsy play. I like it. Fortune favours the brave. But my brother, I'm going to have to go home now, go to sleep, and dream about cashing all these tickets. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning, and I didn't get in until 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm a bit tired.
Okay, I know it. I know the life he lives down here, and he's not exaggerating. All right, big man, guess what? Army covers today. You're going to be here in Costa Rica on the set with us, so I'm looking forward to that. What's that current line with Army?
We're still at 14. You got to give your friend there the pick, too, also.
Okay, guys, that's our edition of Sleepers. Cash those tickets with Double J and Big Man on Campus with these teams that fall asleep but get it done.
So we're giving you picks every day, and you're probably making your own as well. Be sure to participate in SBR's weekly Twitter Bankroll Challenge. Just post your picks on Twitter with @SBRSportsPicks and the hashtag BetSBR before 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, Monday through Friday. We'll be betting your picks, and if the bankroll is positive at the end of the week, you could win the profits. Picks must be of events taking place that day and available in at least one of the major sportsbooks shown in our Best Sportsbooks page.